Yo, let's talk about Miguel. Miguel's our guy. He's the kind of person you notice right away. Always got a friendly smile, always ready to help out. He's the new face behind the counter at the local liquor store. And today, well, it started out just like any other day. The sun was shining, the city was waking up, and Miguel was getting ready for another shift, not knowing what the day would bring. He just started working at this liquor store, you know. It's his first real job, and he's determined to make a good impression. Every morning, he shows up a little early, making sure the shelves are stocked, the aisles are clean, and everything's in its place. He's got that energy, nervous, but excited. He wants to do things right, not just for himself, but for his family, who are super proud of him for landing this gig. It's not just a job to Miguel, it's a chance to prove himself, to show he can handle responsibility. Before he even started, Miguel went through that whole Raja training thing. You know, the one that teaches you all about not selling booze to kids? It's a big deal. Hours of learning about the law, about checking IDs, about what to do if someone tries to pull a fast one. He took it seriously too. He went to the training certification class, passed his testing, asked questions, and even practiced with his co-workers. It's important stuff, and Miguel gets that. He knows it's not just about following rules, it's about keeping everyone safe, from the customers to the community. Anyway, Miguel's all about following the rules. He's got his uniform crisp, name tag straight, and he takes pride in looking professional. Every detail matters to him, from the way he greets customers to how he handles the register. He's ready to tackle the day, confident that he's prepared for whatever comes his way. He's even started to recognize some regulars, building that trust and rapport that makes a neighborhood store feel like home. But here's the thing, no matter how much you prepare, life has a way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it. Little did Miguel know things were about to get real. Today wasn't just any day, it was the day that would test everything he'd learned, every bit of training, and all the confidence he'd built up. And as the door chimed and a new customer walked in, Miguel had no idea that his ordinary shift was about to take a turn he'd never forget. First customer walks in, an older lady. She's looking for something strong, you know, the good stuff. Miguel, like the pro he's being trained by Raja Trademark Alcohol Training Program to be, asks for her ID. Gotta make sure everything's legit. No problem, she's good to go. He rings her up, bags the bottles, even throws in a smile for good measure. Have a great day, Mom! Little did he know. Miguel sits in the back room, eyes glued to the glowing security monitors. It's a routine part of his shift, but tonight something feels different. The hum of the store is distant, muffled by the quiet intensity of his focus. He's not just watching for shoplifters or misplaced items, he's the silent guardian, making sure everything runs smoothly and safely for everyone inside and out. As he scans the screens, Miguel notices the usual hustle and bustle. Customers browsing, employees stocking shelves, the occasional laughter echoing from aisle to aisle. But then something catches his attention. A familiar face pops up on one of the monitors. The woman from earlier, the one who bought the expensive liquor. She's lingering just outside the entrance, her shopping bag clutched tightly in her hand. Miguel remembers her well. She seemed in a hurry, barely making eye contact at the register. Now she's glancing around, almost nervously, as if waiting for someone. Miguel leans in, curiosity piqued. He watches as a teenage boy approaches her, hands shoved deep in his hoodie pockets, looking around like he's hoping not to be noticed. Suddenly, the woman hands the bag, those bottles of liquor, right over to the kid. It's quick, almost practiced, like they've done this before. Miguel's heart skips a beat. He knows what he's seeing isn't just a friendly favor, it's a handoff, and it's not supposed to happen. The boy can't be more than 16, maybe 17 at best. He's got that unmistakable look, youthful, uncertain, trying to act older than he is. Miguel's gut tells him this is trouble. He's seen enough to know when something's off, and this is definitely one of those moments. The kid's face is still soft, barely touched by age. He looks like he should be worrying about homework, not hiding bottles in his backpack. Miguel can't help but feel a pang of concern. This isn't just about store policy, it's about keeping people safe. Instantly, Miguel's instincts kick in. Alarm bells are ringing loud and clear in his mind. He knows he has to act fast. This could be serious. The responsibility weighs on him, but he's ready. After all, it's his job to spot trouble before it gets out of hand. And right now, trouble is exactly what he's seeing. Here's where things get real for Miguel. He's got choices to make. Does he ignore it? Pretend he didn't see anything? Nah, that Raja training is kicking in. They were clear selling to minors is a big no-no. But it's not just about the rules, it's about what's right. This kid, he could get hurt, get others hurt. Miguel knows he's got to do something. First things first, Miguel calls over his manager. Gotta let the boss know what's up. Then remember that training, document everything. Time, date, description of the lady, the kid, what went down. And since things are getting serious, it's time to call the police. This is bigger than just the store now. It's about keeping the whole community safe. See, selling booze to minors isn't just some rule someone made up, it's the law. And the law is there for a reason. Young folks, their brains aren't fully cooked yet. Alcohol messes with that, can cause some real damage. Plus, there's the whole driving thing. Drunk driving? Recipe for disaster. So yeah, this situation, it's serious business. Now let's be clear. Miguel's safety is top priority. No way he's confronting the lady or the kid himself. That's what the police are for. His job is to observe, report, and let the professionals handle it. Safety first always. For himself, for the customers, for everyone. So Miguel, he did everything by the book. He didn't cut corners or ignore what happened, even though it might have been tempting to just move on and forget about it. Instead, he followed every protocol, every step, just as he was trained to do. For Miguel, it wasn't just about following rules. It was about doing what was right, even when no one was watching. That's the kind of responsibility that makes a real difference, not just in the workplace, but in the community as a whole. He reported it, documented it, called the police. He made sure every detail was written down, every fact accounted for. He didn't hesitate or second-guess himself because he knew that these actions could have consequences far beyond the store's four walls. By reaching out to the authorities and making sure the incident was properly recorded, Miguel set an example for his co-workers and showed them the importance of taking every situation seriously, no matter how small it might seem at first. It might seem like a big deal for just a few bottles, but here's the thing, every step matters. Every action, no matter how minor, can have a ripple effect. When Miguel took the time to secure the alcohol and make sure it was safe, he wasn't just protecting store property. He was thinking about the bigger picture, the safety of his customers, his co-workers, and everyone in the neighborhood. Sometimes it's the small, everyday decisions that end up making the biggest impact. By taking action, Miguel might have saved a life. Maybe he prevented someone from getting their hands on alcohol who shouldn't have had it. Maybe he stopped a potential accident before it could even happen. We'll never know for sure, but that's the point. When you do the right thing, you're creating possibilities for good outcomes, even if you never see them yourself. It's about being proactive, not just reactive, and caring enough to make a difference. He might have prevented an accident, kept someone from making a dangerous choice, or simply made his community a little bit safer that day. It's easy to underestimate the power of one person's actions, but when you add up all those small decisions, they can change lives. Every safe crossing, every careful check, every report filed, they all add up to a safer, stronger community. He kept his community safe, and that's what it's all about. It's not just about following rules for the sake of it. It's about looking out for each other, making sure everyone gets home safe, and building trust between neighbors. When people like Miguel step up and do the right thing, it inspires others to do the same. That's how real change happens, one step at a time. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, right? Every action we take, every choice we make, has the power to shape the world around us. When we look out for each other, when we take responsibility and care, we create a community where everyone can feel safe and supported. That's why every step matters, because together we make a difference.